What's up guys, it's Carter Kid, and today I'm going to be doing some Square-1 walkthrough solves. Now yesterday I was filming some solves, and I got an 11.19 average. Now without parity, I average around 10 to 12, and with parity around 14 to 16. So this average was pretty good for me. The scrambles were very easy, there is no parity, so anyone who is good at Square-1 will cringe when they see my solving. These scrambles were so easy, this average could have been so much better. However, if you're not that good at Square-1 yet, this average can teach you some cool cube shape algorithms as well as some EP solutions. Now for those of you who are wondering, what is a Square-1? Well, the Square-1 is a shape-shifting puzzle that has top and bottom layers like a 3x3, but you can shape-shift it across the slice like this. So yeah, without further ado, let's just get into the best solve with this average, an 8.02. Also, quick note, this is one of my first times filming with my GoPro Hero 8, so sorry if the camera angle is weird. I'm getting a head mount very soon and the angle will be a lot better then. Now before we get into reconstructing this first solve, the cube I'm using is the Yushin Little Magic Square-1 from thecubicle.com. At just $10, I find this more reliable than the Volt, and this average was filmed right after I set it up, and now it's very good. To set it up, I put Max Command on the core, and Angstrom Gravitas, Mystic, and DNM on the pieces. So looking at this first scramble, we can see that it is square shield. And if you do Square-1, you know this is a very easy cube shape case where it is one slice to fist. So what I did is pretty much that. I held it like this to start, and I did a slash to reduce it to fist. Instead of doing this to solve fist, I did another slash, I did a D or a 3, and then a slash, and that solved the cube shape. And for CO, we had a one slice CO. And I've seen this OBL case before, so I knew when I did it, I would either get an M2 or the 3 edges case for EO. So I solved CO like this with one slice, and it was an M2, the easiest EO case in my opinion. And I saw that this kind of resembled a J-perm, so I knew I could maybe get a J-perm on top. So I did an M2 like this. It has the same effect that an M2 does on 3x3. As you can see when I do this, it looks the same on Square-1. And then for CP, what I should have done is a D and then do the CP alg, which just gives me a U-perm on bottom and the front. But what I did instead is I just, out of habit, I put this into the back, and then I recognized that this corner permutation was also adjacent, so I put this into the back, and I did the algorithm for JJ, and I saw that this was a J-perm, so that it would be solved on top. So I did the algorithm, and then I got a U-perm on bottom, which I solved like this. I did a D2, and then I solved it with two adjacent adjacents. That was an 8.02. A tip to memorize the adjacent alg on Square-1 that I used when I was learning how to solve it is this. So first you do a slash, and then a D as you would on 3x3, and then you do the M2 that I taught you guys from this timestamp in the video. You do an M2, and then you do a D prime as you would on 3x3, and then you do a 1 to move this over, and then it's just a slash. Breaking that down again, it's a slash, D, M2, and then you just solve it with a slash. Now as you guys can see from my reconstruction, there are quite a few things bad about this solve, and I'm going to try to get a better time than 8.02. And just like that, it's a lot better, 7.22. So yeah, let's get on to the next solve, a 10.3. So on this next scramble, I saw that we had a pair of 2 edges up here, a pair of 2 edges down here, and 4 edges right here. And seeing this, I saw I could do a U2 and then a slash to get scallop. Then what I did is I aligned it like this to get scallop in the back. And to solve that, you just do one slice and then it gets to barrel, which I solved like this. Then we had this very easy CO case, which I solved like this. I brought this corner over here and paired it up with this piece and solved it like that. And then I saw we had this LL case, which I can solve like this. It's a very nice algorithm. And then here, for PBL, I saw we had FR, so I did a DU prime, and then solved JJ. Remember that algorithm we learned a while ago? So JJ. And then I saw we had 2 U-perms, which I could solve like this. I could start out by doing the opposite alg, which, if you remember M2, it's just M2, U2, M2. If you've ever done RU on 3x3, you probably know this alg, M2, U2, M2. So I just did that on Square-1. And then we're just left with an adjacent. So for this third solve in 11.23, we had barrel barrel. And if you remember from the last solve, we reduced scallop scallop to barrel barrel. See guys, you're learning something. It's all coming together. Aren't I a good teacher? Hire Mr. KTK today. Hey, Jimmy, get off your phone. I'm trying to teach you something. Jimmy, stop playing Roblox. I'm trying to teach you square one algs. Okay, there you go, Jimmy. All right, back to the solve. I solved barrel barrel like this. It's one slice to kite kite. And then I got this CO case, which I solved like this. And then it reduces to this. And then I had this 3-3 algorithm, so I did a U and a D2. And then it's this alg. And then for CP, I saw I had a diagonal swap on top and adjacent on bottom. So I did a D2 and then the algorithm. The algorithm for this is just like doing 2 sexy moves on 3x3, but just with slash moves. And then we got the same EP case as last time, double U perms, which you can solve like this. M2, U2, M2, and then adj. Now for the second to last solve, which was a 12.49, surprisingly the worst solve of this average. That sounds kind of strange to say because that's an average time for me. It was a very similar case to the second solve's cube shape. I could move this 2 edge pair over here and pair it up like this to make scallop scallop, which again I solve like this. And then we have this CO case that I execute like that. And then another M2, a very easy case. And I saw we had solved CP on the top and adjacent CP on the bottom. I'm pretty sure this is an O-perm, and this is not a case that's possible on 3x3. Neither is an O-perm. I knew there was no parity, which was pretty nice. So I did a D2 and this algorithm for CP. And then I got this case. I'm pretty sure it's OO. OO. Objectively optimal. Now what I didn't solve is I kind of panicked and I did an adjacent to force 2 U-perms. However, what I usually do and what I should have done is an op and then you get a ZZ. However, I got the 2 U-perms, so again I did op and then adj. So for this final solve, a 12.04, we had shield, and I solved it like this to get it 1 slice to barrel barrel, which I solved like this. And then we had this CO case. I brought this pair of corners up to here and solved this. And then I did this EO case like this. And I saw that there was an opposite swap in the top layer and this kind of looking J-perm thing, but it wasn't a J-perm, so I knew there was no parity. So I did a D2 and then this CP algorithm. And then I just got an op with an equator flip, which I executed like this. And then a U prime D2 ABF. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to drop a like on this video and subscribe. Thank you guys so much for 700 subscribers. Huge shout out to Ram Thakar. He made a post and it got me like 24 subscribers overnight. Thank you all so much. My new video is going crazy. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you're very good at square one, please don't roast my solving. I know I'm terrible. So yeah, if you enjoyed the video, make sure to like, subscribe, hit the bell, follow me on Twitch, join my Discord server, PayPal me $1,000, buy me a 19x19, and yeah, thanks for watching. See you guys next time.